And come on over and start. We're going to start seated, just kind of leaning forward. You could have your legs down on the mat and just a little forward fold. And start to hinge forward just a little bit. Roll your shoulders. Just easy does it. Let your chin come toward your chest. And then we're going to roll on down to our back and bring our knees to our chest. And take some deep breaths. And we're going to make some circles with our knees, with our hips. And just wake everything up in our back as we breathe. And let's go in the opposite direction. And we're going to lengthen our legs up toward the ceiling. And let's do a few bends and straightens. You could bring the arms down and just a couple more. Just wake up the back of the legs. And last time. And let's put our feet down and we're going to start to do some pelvic tilts. So really kind of supporting the abs, the lower abs, as you bring that lower back in and then lengthen the tail down. And when you're ready, we're going to roll the hips up and roll the hips down. So we're going to do a few more of these. And last time. So let's see if we can lengthen a little bit here, walk the shoulder blades a little bit closer and breathe. So our palms are facing up. We're going to make some fists and then lengthen the fingers out and do that a couple more times as we lift our hips. And one more big breath. And then as we lower the hips, we're going to bring the arms over our head and just take a few breaths here. So we're looking up at the ceiling, but we're going to roll the shoulders down just like we're in downward dog. Feel the back, the shoulder blades pressing down. And then let's bring the arms down as the knees come up, and we're going to do a few of these. Stabilizing through the hips and waking up the belly. And let's take a few more of these. How about 5 more? And last one, we're going to lift the legs up again, arms come down, and let's point and flex our feet. And roll the shoulders down. So we're really got a good connection with the back on our mat, and we're going to make circles with our feet. And notice how the jaw can relax as the head is pressed down. And we're going to circle in the opposite direction. So now we're going to take the toes toward each other. So heels are away from us. Feel that stretch. And then switch heels together, toes out to the side. And then we're gonna just come neutral and make some big backwards bicycles. And keep breathing. And then let's go forward with the bicycles. So now let's put our hands behind our head. So elbows are wide, legs are 90 degrees. Take a couple of breaths here. Feel that stability and how gravity is trying to pull the legs down. We've got to really work the quads, flexing the feet. And then we're going to take the right knee toward the left elbow and then the other side. So we're going to do bicycles this way. Stretch that leg out. And we're going slowly so we can really feel that extension through the leg and the heel. And one more. And then let's put our feet down, bring the arms down. We're going to roll the hips up again and walk the shoulder blades closer together. And then we're going to lift the right leg up, can, and then the left, reach that leg up and keep going. And last one. And let's bring the hips down, happy baby. And let's rock a little side to side. And then we're going to stretch the legs out in a straddle. Hold whatever you can grab, your calf muscles. See if you can lengthen a little bit more. And now we're going to add on. So as the legs are out to the side, let's reach the arms through, lift the chest, and legs close as the arms come over the head. And 5 more. And then we've got our last one. And let's try a half happy baby. So we're going to put our left foot down on the mat, hold the right foot or leg in half happy baby, and take 3 slow breaths. See if you can roll that shoulder down away from the ear. And then release the leg and cross the right knee over the left knee. Let's roll the legs to the left and breathe. Feel that nice stretch. And 3 slow breaths. And let's slowly come back to the center and we're going to switch the happy baby. So holding our left foot in our half happy baby and press the hip down. And a couple more slow breaths. And now we're going to cross the left knee over the right, roll the legs over there to the right, and let the jaw relax as you turn your head a little bit more to the left. 3 breaths. And then let's come back to the center and we're gonna lift our hips one more time. This time we're gonna see if we can walk our hands to our feet, to our ankles, and lift the hips a little higher. And take 3 more breaths. And this is that lift we get in our half arm plank poses. So we're gonna slowly bring the hips down and come on up. And let's come up into, we're gonna put our feet down and just forward fold and stretch the spine and release the head. And then we're gonna come on up and let's sit crisscross applesauce. And we're gonna twist to the right and roll the shoulders down. And another deep breath. And let's switch over to the other side, twisting to the left. And then let's forward fold again, hinging from the hips, release the head. And as we breathe here, we're gonna see if we can do some cat-cows right here, lengthening and looking up. If it's too much on the neck, don't do it. And then exhale, looking down, chin to the chest. Just notice how the shoulders are rolling down. And the last one. And then we're gonna come back to our seated position and let's bring our arms out and stretch them out, roll the shoulders down, flip the palms up, lengthen through the fingers. So we're gonna touch each finger to the thumb, stretching the fingers and keep lengthening the spine. You know how sometimes we're just gripping, we're trying to do our anti-grip here. Except Pam when she's gonna be using the ski poles. So now we're gonna reach our arms up, clasp our hands, reach the palms up toward the ceiling and stretch the fingers. Lean to the right. And then over to the left. And we're gonna come to the center, right hand down, and let's lean over to the right with our left arm. And breathe. And then we're gonna try it on the other side, left hand down or our forearm, right arm over. And breathe into all those tight places in the back and in the ribs. And let's try it again. So right hand down, maybe the forearm this time, left arm over. We're gonna see if we can roll the chest open. If it's too much on your neck, hold your head. Really lengthening. And then let's go to the other side. And right arm over. And lengthen wherever you are. Breathe into the ribs. And then we're gonna come on up, forward fold again, hinging forward. This time, let's walk our arms to the right and breathe. And over to the left. And then back to the center, and we're gonna come on up and do a little Santa hug. So hands on the shoulders, rolling them down and bringing the chin toward the chest. Feel that nice stretch. Take 2 more breaths. And then we're gonna come back up and just bring our palms facing up on our lap and roll the shoulders up, back and down, and feel the chest opening here. We're gonna roll them down even more. Turn the head slowly to the right, release the jaw, and then over to the left. And back to the center. So right ear toward the right shoulder, just wherever your head comes. Feel that nice stretch and take another slow breath. And let's go to the other side. Left ear toward the left shoulder. Keep that right shoulder down. And 1 more breath. And we're going to come back to the center. Let's twist again to the right and take a deep breath and reach the right arm up. We're going to lean toward the left leg and breathe into the spine. And let's come back up and bring the right arm down and then do it on the other side. Twist to the left, roll the shoulders down, reach the left arm up. We're going to lean toward the right leg and breathe. And 1 more breath. And let's come back up. And now we're going to take our hands, clasping our hands in front of us, chin toward the chest, and hinging forward without touching the hands. So we're really pressing the hips down. And then let's come back up. And we're going to release the hands, come on over to hands and knees, and regular cat-cow. And let's do a couple more. And breathing into the spine. Last one. And we're going to sit back into child's pose and walk our arms to the right. And then over to the left. To the center and our puppy pose. And 3 more breaths. And let's slither down. We're going to come down to sphinx. So we were just talking about this. So as we roll our shoulders down, feel the chest lengthening, space between the ears and the shoulders. And then our half arm plank, waking our legs up, walking the legs together. Now we're going to lift the right leg up. Really good. Put it down, lift the left. We won't do a lot of these, but isn't it good? Let's try that again. Right leg lifts up, and then the left, That's enough of that one. Let's come back to our child's pose. Take 3 breaths. And really inch those fingers forward. And then we're going to come on up to downward dog. And press the heels down one at a time. Kind of pedal out the feet, keeping the hips nice and high. And let's come up on our toes, bend the knees. And we're going to walk forward into a forward fold at the top of our mat. And release the head. Kind of just say yes with your head. And then no, side to side. And we're going to roll up one vertebrae at a time. Arms reach all the way out and up. Hands to our heart. Twist the upper body to the right and then to the left. And let's come to the center, elbows to our thighs. So we're going to bend in the hips. Modified Utkatasana and then a forward fold. And let's step our right leg back to a lunge and reach the arms up for high lunge. And we're going to hold, our left hand is going to hold our right wrist. Let's lean to the left, little stretch, and then slowly over to the right. And then back to the center, reach both arms up. Lengthen forward, right hand down, left arm up in a twist. And then we're coming back to downward dog. And right leg lifts up, steps forward. And the left. So let's hold this forward fold a second. So again, with the head, kind of just say yes with the head. And no. And we're going to roll up again. Same thing. Head comes up last. Arms reach out and up. Hands to our heart. Twist the upper body to the left and then to the right. Back to the center. And then elbows to our thighs. Come deeper into the hip. And our forward fold, releasing the head. Let's step our left leg back. And we're going to bring the arms up for our high lunge. This time, our right hand holds the left wrist. We're going to lean to the right. Let your head go over there. And then over to the left. And to the center. Reach both arms up. Take a deep breath. Arms reach forward, left hand down, right arm up. And then we're coming back to down dog. Left leg lifts up and steps forward. And the right. Let's come halfway up. Forward fold. And now all the way up. And arms in a goalpost position. So notice how the shoulder blades are rolling down. Let's lift the right knee up and we're just going to hold. E flamingos. And take the right leg open and closed 5 times. And one more. Should we try it? Yeah, let's go into warrior 3. Take the right leg back. And then step the leg back for warrior one, arms up, 3 breaths. And arms reach forward, right hand down, left arm up, another twist. And then both arms up, palms together as we look up. And we're going to clasp our hands behind us. Let's come into humble warrior. And feel that forward fold, chest to thigh. 3 breaths. And let's try our back bend and open the throat. And reach the arms out and up, warrior one. And let's try our warrior 3. So however you want to get there, lift the right leg up. 3 breaths. And then we're stepping our right leg forward and we're back into Tadasana. Let's reach the arms up and goalpost arms. Left knee up and hold. Roll the shoulders down. And then our leg goes out and in 5 times. And we've got one more. And warrior 3, left leg back, and 3 breaths. And then back to warrior 1, arms up, and breathe. And then arms reach forward, left hand down, right arm up. And then both arms up, palms together. And let's clasp our hands behind us for humble warrior. Inhale and forward fold, chest to thigh. 3 breaths. And we're coming up in our back bend, opening the heart, opening the throat. Arms reach out and up, warrior 1. And now we're trying that warrior 3 again. So we're going to lift our left leg up, 3 breaths. And step the left leg forward and we're back in Tadasana. And let's come up on our toes. And we're just going to hold 3 breaths, roll the shoulders down. And then heels come down. Let's try our Utkatasana. And twist to the right, cross the left elbow over the right thigh. And let's twist to the left. And then we're going to come in an easy forward fold. Let's release the head. So looking through the legs, stretching the neck. And we're going to walk back to downward dog. 3 breaths. And let's try our plank. So we're gonna stay in plank and lift our right leg up, put it down, and then the left, and keep doing this, but notice how the shoulders are rolling down. So we're really targeting that leg. One more to each side, the right, the left, and then just hold for 3 more breaths. And chaturanga all the way down. And let's lift our hands off the mat, 5 cobras. And one more. Squeezing the shoulder blades together. Now we're going to bring our left arm over our head, bending the right leg, holding the right foot. So dancer on our belly. Feel the evenness in the hips. And then let's roll on our back. So we're going to put our right foot down on the floor. Lift our left leg up and hold the big toe. And take a few breaths. And last deep breath. And we'll release the leg and the arm, roll back on our belly and take a breath. And let's let that right leg go. And we're going to switch, folding our left ankle, right arm over our head and flex the foot. And then we're going to roll on our back and do the same thing here. So left foot is down. Let's lengthen the right leg up. Hold the big toe if you can. Roll the shoulder down. And 3 breaths. And then let's release the leg and the arm. And we're going to roll back on the belly and take both legs down. And let's try a few more regular cobras. So hands underneath the shoulders and really using the breath. And we're looking just neutral head here so it doesn't hurt our neck. 3 more. And now we're pressing back to child's pose. And release the head. Let's bring our arms behind us so that our head can just hang a little bit. 3 more breaths. And let's sit up on our heels. And we're going to put our hands down on the mat and lift the hips up and stretch the quads. And then head back to neutral. Let's bring our legs out in table, regular old table. And we're going to cross our right foot over the left thigh and do our 5 tricep push-ups. And 1 more. So still keeping the leg like it is, we're going to bring our bottoms down, lengthen the left leg out and forward fold. Just a little bit, keeping our right foot flexed, our left foot flexed. And 2 more breaths. And then we're going to release that right leg straight down and twist to the right, pressing the hips down. And then twist to the left, same thing. Breathing. We're going to come to the center and hands down. So let's come back to our table pose. Cross the left foot over the right thigh and 5 tricep push-ups. One more. And then bottom comes down. Lengthen the right leg down and as much as you're comfortable, forward fold, hinging from the hips. Feet are flexed. And a couple more slow breaths. And let's gently come up and take our left foot down, our left leg down on the mat. And we're in Dandasana. Let's reach the arms up. Feel that evenness in the hips. Another deep breath. And let's come forward, both arms coming forward, and release the head again. And take a few more slow breaths. And last deep breath. And as we sit up, we're going to bring our elbows down behind us for fish. So we can stay here, lifting the chest up. You could let the head come back, whatever is comfortable. You could bring the top of the head down. But we're just going to be here for 3 more breaths. And keep lifting the chest upwards. Last deep breath. And the head comes back up. And then let's come into a squat. And take a few breaths, reaching the arms forward. And then a forward fold, lifting the hips up. Release the head. And we're going to take our right leg up behind us. Come up on our fingertips, so we're stretching. And let's bring our right leg forward and we're in Tadasana. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. We got to try the other side. Take another deep breath in our forward fold. And then we're going to lift the left leg up behind us. We're on our fingertips. And as we lift all the way up, we're going to step our left leg forward and we're in Tadasana. Let's inhale up. Forward fold again. This time step back to downward dog and take 3 breaths. And right leg lifts up. Let's come into warrior 2. Make sure you could see the right big toe as you're coming down there so that thigh is rolling to the right. And then reverse, left arm down, right arm up. And then we're going to bring the right forearm down, left arm over. And if you want to reach the right arm out, and then right fingers down to the inside of the right foot. And we're going to bring our left hand down to the mat and bring the right arm up for a spinal twist. And let's come into dragon. So we're going to put our left leg down, flatten the foot. And 3 more breaths. And straighten the right leg. So keeping the foot down, a nice deep stretch, release the head. And wherever you are with this pose, I always keep a little bend in the right leg. And 1 more breath. So first we're going to bend the right leg again. We're going to come back to our side angle pose. Right hand down and left arm up. 3 breaths. And then back to warrior 2. And Trikonasana, straightening our right leg. And let's come up in our wide-legged pose. So we're going to reach the arms out and then all the way up, looking up. Little back bend and forward fold, hands down between our legs. Let's go side to side with the legs, transverse lunges. And back to the center for 3 breaths. Just let your head hang. And we're going to come all the way up. Arms up, another back bend. And then warrior 2, left foot out. And reverse, right arm down, left arm up. And then our forearm, left forearm down, right arm over. And you could bring the left arm up if you'd like. And left fingertips down. Keep that stretch going. And let's bring our right hand down to the mat. We're going to come in our spinal twist. So left arm up. And now let's try our dragon pose. So we're going to let our right leg, knee come down, flatten the leg out. And 3 more breaths, just looking down. And then straightening the left leg as much as you're comfortable. Releasing the head. 3 more breaths. And then bending the left leg. Let's come back to our side angle pose. So left fingers down and right arm up. 3 breaths. And then our warrior two. And Trikonasana, straightening our left leg. And let's come back up to our wide-legged pose and into our back bend. And then hands are going to clasp behind us. Roll the shoulders up, back and down, and forward fold. And take 3 breaths. And then inhale up, reaching the arms up again. And let's come into goddess, turning our feet out. And we're going to bring our arms out and lean to the right. Elbow comes down to the thigh. And then over to the left. Keep that elbow nice and wide. And then back to the center. Take a few more deep breaths. Roll the shoulders down. And last deep breath. Inhale up. We're coming back to our downward dog. And then into our up dog. Back to down dog. And then right leg lifts up. Let's bend the knee, roll the hip open. We're going to come into pigeon and bring the right knee between our thumbs. And let's come into our back bend. So we're on our fingertips, looking up. And forward fold. And 3 more breaths. And we're going to make our way back to down dog and take a couple of breaths. And let's switch sides. So left leg lifts up, bend the knee and roll the hip open. And let's bring the knee between our thumbs. And we're going to come in our back bend on this side. And forward fold. And 3 more breaths. And let's come back to our down dog. And feel the difference now as you press the palms down. Feel the lengthening of the spine and the hips. And let's walk to the top of our mat. And we're going to hold our elbows to release the head here. 3 breaths. And let's come all the way up, reaching the arms up. Hands to our heart. And just stand for 3 breaths and feel. And let's come into our squat. And 3 more breaths. And then let's roll on down to our happy baby and feel the difference in your body now. Just close your eyes as you rock side to side and breathe. Feel this beautiful circulation in your body. And let's bring our feet together in Baddha Konasana. And feel the space between your ears and your shoulders. And then we're going to release and put our feet down on the mat and roll our hips up. Setu Bandha. And take 3 breaths. And easy does it. Roll the hips down and legs roll to the right for our spinal twist. And just feel that lengthening. And 2 more slow breaths. And we're going to roll the legs to the other side and breathe. And 2 more breaths. And then let's bring ourselves back to the center. And we're going to use either a ball or a block because we're going to do Viparita Karani. So whatever you want to use, we're going to lift our hips and put it underneath us and roll the shoulders down as we lift the legs up and just drain the legs for our final pose. And feel your breath. Feel that beautiful lift in your chest as your shoulders roll down. And release the jaw and the tongue, the facial muscles. And notice how having our legs up is helping the energy and vitality in our hips, bringing more blood flow for greater mobility. And we're lengthening our breath, bringing in beautiful energy and vitality from the sun and the wind, the earth, the water, and the stars. And we're wishing ourselves good health and harmony to all of our cells and molecules. Peace to our homes and families and communities, and to our brothers and sisters everywhere. We're going to bend our legs and put our feet back on the mat. And let's lift our hips up to take the block out and roll to the side. And we're going to come on up and bring our hands to our heart to seal in our practice today together. Let's take a deep inhale And sigh. One more time. Namaste. Thank you, everybody, for coming today and doing a little bit of yoga. Thank you, guys. Joni, you're still there.
Thank you.
See you.
Thanks so much.
Pam, have a wonderful time. We're going to be thinking of you on the slopes.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
The plumber's late.
Oh, the plumber's late. Well, that's good for you guys. I hope you're
Thanks.
okay.
All right.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody.